Alrighty, let's get into this. It's your boy, Venture Deity 77, back at again with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 live stream. We got Season 4, just starting. Started about last week, we were a week into it. And I'm gonna start it late. Cause it updated Wednesday, right? Yeah, I went into work Wednesday at like 4 a.m. Got off at like 12. And I did not go home. I went to Vegas. Give me a second. Alrighty, so sorry. But yes, so I left and I went to NATO's house. Ranked, we switched off, but we took a flight Friday morning. I left around like 5 a.m. my time, Central Time, to Vegas time. Gained 2 hours back of my life. It was a 2 hour. Yeah, it was around a 2 hour flight or something. Got there at like 7 their time. There was like 3 hours flight. It was hype. Very hype. Battle map, search and destroy. I did play Showdown already. I remember this map. I've never liked this map. Oh yeah, I went to Vegas and CDL champs. Top 8 teams. Sadly, Legion didn't make it. Perfectly okay with not seeing Mutineers, Guerrillas, or London Royal Ravens. But I met JCat. Got Octane to sign my LAT flag. Got a picture with Study and JCap. Got a picture with ASIM. It was hype. Saw Envoy from a distance. Waved at Alley Cat, where she waved back. I didn't want to take a picture with her. She seemed like she was in a rush. Try getting Envoy signature, couldn't. Ah man, it was a lot. Said my mic wasn't working. I don't know how much I missed. Why it wasn't muted? Had to unplug it and replug it in. Brother, I don't know what y'all missed. Just re-say it all. Vegas. Vegas was hype. Vegas was wonderful. What is this? What? Well, let me click that. I'll figure it out. But yeah, met a lot of people. Tried getting Envoy signature, saw him from a distance. Sadly, area got cleared out because the game was starting. Got a picture with JCap and Study. Got ASIM. And then, I believe Zuma was doing a live stream or something, had Octane on, the crowd was surrounding them. So I got Octane to sign my flag, LAT flag, that was hype. And so, let's see. Yeah, oh, and then I walked past Alley Cat, she seen a rush, didn't want to take a picture with her. She was like zooming, has her headphones in. I got to wave at her though, she waved back, that was cool. Got floor seats every day. We didn't go Thursday, I did have Thursday tickets, but we wanted to walk the strip. We had the boys. So we had Skippy on there, NATO, Prodigy, Live It Good. NATO's wonderful girlfriend, Lydia. She's great. 2 days later, we ended up adding James to the crew and his wonderful girlfriend. Throughout the event, we were running into Miven a lot. Love Miven. Why I'm Miven added on here? Living Good's on! It's gonna be a short stream though. I got a good friend's birthday today. And I got work at midnight, so I can't be up too long. James Ray was on there. It's beautiful. I sadly don't believe Brian Vers went. And then we had the one and only Revoke, the coach. Alrighty, my fault. But yes, Living Good. Call him Living Good because of Landon Living Good. And then Revoke. All great people. Got to see Skippy, Prodigy, and James play LAN with a random. Absolutely slammed some kids. And then I got to play with the coach Revoke himself on LAN. Played Hill Kitten on Mikado Hardpoint. Won that. I was not frying, but I also didn't have my setup. See, what I have for my right paddle is I have my right paddle as jump, and I don't use a left paddle. My left paddle on the controller I was using was jump, and my right paddle was melee. So instead of me b-hopping on the kids, I'd run into somebody instead of trying to b-hop around them. I'd melee the air and get bodied. So I just played Hill Kitten. Won that. Windows. Crazy. It was great. But yeah, let's talk about the weekend real quick. I'm including just Challengers Champs, which was on the live stage. Oh, I actually got this. They gave me a little handout. I'm about to. How do I redeem these? I got all of these. About to redeem this crap on stream. I don't care. I'm gonna try it out in a second. But they gave out posters and whatnot, a bunch of towels, got some merch. But yes, including challengers, finals, there was 15 games, 15 series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 would have been challengers. I don't know what this is, but I'm more than willing to watch this. But yes, out of the 15 games, I only got 5 right picks, I'm pretty sure. And the only one that really counted and mattered was challengers. Finals, I picked them mid. Got RX, you fried. But yes, alright, this game I had Rocker. I knew they probably wouldn't win, but I preferred them to win. I just really wanted to see attach bands, Cammy, like Fame, just I wanted to see it pop off, and they went strong. They went strong and then got reverse swept. They were going so good, but they got shut down. Sad to see it was the first game. We were watching the first day in a hotel as a little watch party, the crew, and this had Surge as my pick. Didn't work out. Crazy game. Very dominant. Not another one I had correct. The first correct pick. It was great. It was great. Had me a little scared with the Search Destroy. I don't think they were doing too hot for Search at the event. Obviously, you could tell my pick was LAT, and they were the first team eliminated. And it was sad. Really thought we had this because the Control and the Search were very dominant games. And then Hardpoint was close. And then just the S&D just fell apart. Both Hardpoints were very close games. I'd say that's pretty much what we struggled with. Surge, I had us picked again, and we won one Hardpoint. Thankfully, I just don't know what happened with S&D. Very, very disheartening. Another pick I got wrong. Had Rocker. I just don't like Breach at all. Yeah. Crazy, sad Hardpoint. Control was disturbing. Search was good though. Now here, one of the first times I was cheering for FaZe. The pick didn't work. And Optic twice, 2 L's in a row. Crazy. So far out of basically half the games, the only correct pick that I had right was Optic right here. And my second correct pick was FaZe v Breach. I started liking FaZe a little bit more, mostly because I had a lot of friends around me running for FaZe. And that game, that Hardpoint, 2-point game, crazy to watch. Glad to see it though. Now this was another pick I got right. My third correct pick was 3-0 in the winners finals, and it was beautiful. The only clean sweep at the time, so reverse subliners got their reverse sweep on Rocker earlier on, so this really led to something great in my mind. So this was Scrap, the Rookie of the Year, versus Hydra, the MVP for the year. Scrap's only mistake was when they won this 3-0 winners, the winners bracket, was saying shut down Hydra and the rest of the team is dog water. Basically, he said those words. Didn't work out later. Here I had FaZe as my pick, giving me no, what? That's a lie. That's a lie. That is yes, no, that's true. FaZe was my pick. But I didn't mind Surge. And thankfully, most of my correct picks were FaZe. I'm glad. I hate that, but I'm glad I got some right picks. That was the scoring. Control was crazy. FaZe was kind of lacking in the S&D, in my opinion, throughout most of this. A lot of teams were. A lot of teams you didn't expect to be good at S&D were frying. And then I have FaZe as my pick for this. I really didn't want NYSL to win. I mean, they had Major 1 under their belt and Major 5. And so finally, we get to my 5th correct pick. And that was Challengers. So best of 7. Challengers finals was up on the main stage last day. Omit, got RX, brought it home. Good team. You had Gwyn on there. I can't remember the other two, but they were frying as well. Good to see. And then finally, the best of 9 series, and you only saw 5 out of 4 games, the minimum, a complete sweep. So they got reverse sweep, first game of the Challengers, and the first sweep during the CDL era. The only time you saw a sweep in the past, I forgot what team it was, but it was a 3-0, and that's because Chance was best of 3 back then. I mean, best out of 5. So, a best out of 9 series, you probably won't see a sweep like this happen forever. And you guess who got MVP for this? Kismet. Because he took those words from Scrap to heart, called him out on it, and he said, nah, I'm going to shred this kid online. He said that on like Twitter or something. And here we go, land champs finals. He did what he said, dropping the highest KD in a champs series in history. It was like a 1.5 something. It was a complete shred, 5-0. It was sad to see. It really was. I had Ultras picked. And I have no idea what this is. I'll definitely look it up and get back to everybody. Oh, I'm getting snapped. Alrighty, sorry, it was a work thing. This was the final rankings on the CDL points. Very close between these two. Honestly, wanted Breach in 9th and these two to move up by 1. Would have been a better chance if you ask me. But yes, 8th seat ended up taking out the 5th seat and the 2nd seat. Sib in that last S&D against Optic got an ace the final round. So it was him and Pred up. He got a kill. Forgot who he killed first. I think it was Hook. Pred dropped an alley. He pushes not alley in tunnel. Sid pushes tunnel. Drops. I think he dropped Shotzi. Yeah, Shotzi. After he got the bomb down. Then he runs all the way around towards Barber Alley. Dashy's top green. Fries him with his AR. Goes back to tunnel. He just gets Dashy. I mean, not Dashy, Ghosty. Defuses. Gets the ace, gets the 1v3. With Cheech. All happened so. The top 4 placement. Rocker and LAT both with a 8-7 placement. Optic in Boston with a 6-5 placement. FaZe with a top 3. Ultra getting 2nd. And NYSL dominating the entire series. It was good to see. I mean, they have the same amount of match wins. Just one more match loss. Crazy. Very crazy. And so now we're in Roster Mania. We'll see how a lot of this works out. They did way too much. They had way too many roster changes. But the final roster was Awakening, Gremp, Snoopy, and Beans. And this was Snoopy's first ever CDL appearance. He's like completely a rookie, you know. This is his first event. Loses his first series against Optic, but he was doing good. Did very bad in S&D. They win the next series and then lose the very next. But he didn't do bad, I think. Beans is dog water. Oh, Big Wake's not bad. Crap's not bad. Beans needs to go. I don't care what anyone says. I've never liked them. I never will. Kid's dog water. We'll come back to this. Now, the number 2 placement team I think they should stick together. Scrap actually did horrible. Everybody did horrible during that last series. Hicksy was kind of holding his own. But the only person who did decent was Insight, and I think he dropped. He didn't go positive. He was 1 KD neutral. Hicksy had his moments. Kleenex had some okay moments, and Scrap started losing it. But as a rookie of the year, I think they'll keep him still. I think this team should stick together. I think they still. I don't know. Insight's getting cheated. I need Insight to get a ring. Surge. Gwen was frying on Omit. That man needs to get signed on an actual team. I need GodRx back in here somewhere. Accuracy should never get picked up. I love accuracy. I really do like Lamar. But he is the most... I wouldn't even say inconsistent. Inconsistent means you have some good games, but it's never consistent. You have your bad games. He hasn't really had a good game. He had one game or two, one of these series where he was frying. I'll admit it, but not good enough. Mac frying for almost the whole weekend. Pred and Sib been consistent. Everyone say that Sib or Pred or somebody should go into LAT or Optic, and I think it's possible. But no matter what, those two have a place somewhere on a team next year. Mac could probably stay on this Surge team. Gwyn needs to come out and get into this, especially if we're getting the Challengers dub. Accuracy needs to go. Legion. Temp hasn't been doing too crazy, I won't lie. But I do like the TJ, Clayster, Standy Temp roster. But somewhere still there needs to be a change, and I think it's either Temp or TJ. But Temp's been here for forever. Standy and Clay's been the best. Standy being a new guy, he was frying. I want it to be Teach to go somewhere else. I need Temp to stay in the league. I love Temp. Subliners is not changing its roster. Wardy could go though. He could probably get a better. Well, he is the substitute. Yeah, probably get a better substitute. Hydra, Kismet's guys are all in top 5 placement for highest KDs in the champs finals. And Priesthood was still doing good. I believe this team needs another chance. Afro's going bye-bye. The final lineup was Attach, Fam, Bance, and Cammy. And honestly, they weren't doing bad. It gets 8-7 for this, but last major, they were frying, I'd say. And that was when they finally got that lineup situated, when they finally dropped Afro. I think they could still do something. I believe if anyone gets dropped, though, it's Bance. And I don't want it to be. Bance is my favorite person on this minus Attach. I've loved Bance ever since Cold War. Don't ask why. It was my first event. I saw him. I just fell in love with the guy. But Bance is a weak link. Now this entire team needs to go. Exceed had his one moment. Joe is probably the most consistent on the team. Marky B, not a bad coach. Spart's okay sub, but that's a crazy substitute to have. I don't know. Assault and RCDs were very inconsistent. Let's say Assault was a little bit more consistent than Exceed, though. This entire team needs to go. I think RCDs could go into a coaching role. Honestly. That's me being nice. I met the guy. He was very kind. I think there was something going on in his actual real life this season, this year. Kept him from performing. I don't know if it was family issues or whatnot. I mean, sure, he walked off a stage mid-series crying one time. I don't think it was because of haters or he just wasn't frying. Something was affecting his mind, and I think because of that, he gotta talk about his mind versus his career, you know. And without his career, his mind goes a little bit more too. But no, it doesn't mean it's not the end. You know, he can come back. Something's with him though. And sadly to say, LIG's bankrupt. This is probably not a team that's coming back. There's a chance for both of these teams, or these three, to rebrand. I think LIG might rebrand instead of just banding into the Heretics, right? That'd be cool to see. This entire team needs to go. Nasty and ASIM aren't bad. But honestly, probably most of this team isn't bad. But they don't work together well. It needs something to happen and change. This team wasn't doing bad at the end of the year, and they finally got it set down. What was it? Brack, Hap, Fellow, and Vickle. Havoc was a lot of young guys on this. Capsule was definitely good. Maybe with